like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
Vanakkam, Namaskar. You're watching Newsline's Chronicle, and I'm your host, Sanjay Madrasi Pandey. Imagine the classic neighborhood land shark, intimidating locals, using fear and force to seize their property. Now zoom out. America has played the same game globally, from annexing Hawaii to invading Iraq, grabbing territory through coercion, cash, or conflict. Enter Greenland. Denmark hopelessly screaming, "Not for sale." Protests erupt in Nuuk and Copenhagen. NATO allies France, Germany, and Norway rush troops to defend the island. Trump hits back with a 10% tariff on the EU and Britain for refusing to cooperate in the Greenland real estate deal, and the EU vows to retaliate in response. Today, roughly 200 troops are stationed in Greenland, a country which has barely 57,000 residents. America has army base in the country, and it has permission from Denmark to carry out whatever activity it wants to. But Trump is not in a mood for a lease. He wants to take complete control of the Greenland by purchasing it or by occupying it. Will history repeat with another American land grab in the Arctic? Let's examine the US playbook from the past conquest to this icy standoff. Since gaining independence in 1783, it has expanded its territory dramatically, more than quadrupling its original size through a combination of aggressive diplomacy, economic pressure, forced purchases, annexation, and outright wars. Let's see how the US grew from a tiny nation to a continental giant. After independence, the United States was just the 13 colonies along the East Coast, about 890,000 square miles. Soon its real estate ambitions, fueled by the idea of manifest destiny, the belief that America was destined to stretch from Atlantic to Pacific, expanded westwards. By the 1790s, states like Vermont and Kentucky joined from existing claims. The real jackpot came in 1803, President Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase. For just 15 million pennies per acre, they bought 828,000 square miles from France, doubling the country's size overnight. Imagine buying a land bigger than many countries for pocket change. The second thrust came in 1840s when the US started aggressively expanding its territory, be it by purchase or waging a war. In 1845, they annexed Texas after it broke from Mexico. In 1846, a peaceful treaty with Britain gave them the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. Then came the knockout, the Mexican-American War, 1846-48. Victory forced Mexico to cede over 525,000 square miles in Treaty of Guadalupe for 15 million, adding California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and more. Gold rushes and railroad exploded soon after. In 1853, the small Gadsden purchase from Mexico added a southern strip for railroads. Northward, in 1867, they bought Alaska from Russia for a paltry 7.2 million, which ended up becoming a treasure trove of oil and resources for America. By 1898, they had annexed Hawaii, and after the Spanish-American War, gained Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. From 890,000 to over 38 lakh square miles today. This is what America's imperialistic expansion looks like. It was built exactly like a massive real estate empire through bold purchases, smart deals, annexations, and yes, wars. What seems outrageous today was once the national playbook. When we Indians hear Donald Trump casually floating idea like buying or taking over Greenland, turning Canada into America's 51st state, or even taking over Gaza, we usually just laugh it off. But we tend to forget the new normal. Trump's ego is the US foreign policy now. And when it comes to real estate, the real estate mogul turned president's driving force is the biggest ever land acquisition in US history under his presidency. At 836,000 square miles, Greenland is bigger than France, Britain, Spain, Italy, and Germany combined. It would be the largest territory the United States ever added if the United States were to acquire it. Yet the land shark's hunger for more real estate remains unsatiated. Today, America has undoubtedly become a superpower, but at a huge cost. displacing Native Americans, sparking conflicts, choreographing regime changes, triggering civil wars, and thereby unleashing refugee crisis and making terrorism global. So next time, when Trump talks about buying Greenland, remember, for America, land grabs aren't just talk, they are history. Also, Trump will not stop at Greenland. His next target will be acquiring Canada, ring fenced between two US territories, Alaska and Greenland. In the next video, we'll talk about why Greenland has only 57,000 people living there. Stay tuned. Jai Hind.